This team fights for Tom Thibodeau. What's going on, guys? Welcome into Clutch B-Ball TV. I hope you guys are having an amazing day or night. I know I'm having a good night as the Knicks rally back from like 1,000 points to beat the Cavaliers 100-93 after outscoring them 34-13. And first off, we were terrible from the three-point line. Anything that involves the three-point line, we suck at. Guarding the three-point line, if it's Wade, if it's Windler, Isaac Okoro. Isaac Okoro's a baller. He is a baller. I've talked about him in the past, but this is a Knicks video. 100-93. Can't guard the three-point line. We can't make three-pointers. And start Emmanuel quickly. Start this man. Elfrid Payton, not a part of the future. Julius Randle, not a part of the future. Even though I thought Julius Randle played solid tonight, this man's brand of basketball just does not fit our brand of basketball. If you can't shoot the ball, get out and run. Don't slow down the offense. I'm not saying that's all on Julius Randle, but there were several plays of that tonight. Elfrid Payton, it seems like he just avoids trying to pass the basketball to RJ Barrett. And he shot 4 threes. When I saw him shoot threes, I was like, what are you doing? It was making me want to rip my hair out, and I shouldn't want to do that. I'm 16 years old. I can't go bald yet. Shot 4 threes. You're not Curry. 2 for 12 from the field. 5 points. Plus minus a -7. I get it. He's going to get his assists. He's going to get points. And I guarantee all the assists were probably from Julius Randle. But there was plays, literally, it looks like he's trying to ignore RJ Barrett. And this team doesn't have any shooting. Nerlens Noel, even when he started, he's not a great shooter. Maybe solid from mid-range. He'll hit a 3 there and there. Mitch isn't a shooter. RJ's not a shooter yet. He might be. Elfrid Payton's not. Julius Randle's not a consistent shooter. There's no shooter on this team. We need to start quickly. He brings a brand new element to this game, and he helps out Obi Toppin. For once, when someone consistently facilitates, yeah, someone's going to be open in the paint. And when you have a player of Obi Toppin, yeah, you got to facilitate. You got to move the basketball. And the young guys played their ass off. Kevin Knox, RJ Barrett, Emmanuel Quickly. They just played their ass off as a whole. Mitchell Robinson, his defense really frustrated me in the first half. Like, oh my gosh, he was not playing fundamentally sound basketball on the defense side of the basketball. But then he started to brush it up in the second half. He almost fouled out, and he should have. It wasn't really, in my opinion, it shouldn't have been a flagrant one on Wade, the guy that was killing us all game. It wasn't intentional. Him hitting him in the face. If Mitch played straight hands up fundamental defense, his elbow would have hit him in the chest. But for once, Mitchell Robinson, thank you so much for not playing disciplined fundamental defense, or he would have got 2 free throws. So thank you, Mitch, for that. But he had a double-double. He blocked shots, but he almost fouled out again. It's the consistent discipline on defense for Mitchell Robinson for sure, which is just so frustrating because we know he's a good athlete, needs to add more to his game. He could jump out of the gym. But Mitchell Robinson, he played a good game in my opinion, or at least a solid game outside of the foul trouble. Julius Randle, like I said, he was efficient. He had a solid game. He just slows down the offense. He doesn't fit this team at all. And I know a lot of people are like, we can't start the young guys. Like, we need to build a winning culture. Who's won on this team besides Nerlens Noel and Alec Burks? Julius Randle hasn't been to the playoffs. Elfrid Payton hasn't been to the playoffs. RJ hasn't yet, if he ever will. He plays for the Knicks. Mitchell Robinson hasn't. Bullock was a part of that Lakers team that didn't make it to the playoffs. Played for the Pistons, unless he was a part of that 8th seed Pistons team that like Stanley Johnson locked up LeBron in Game 1, and after that it was just over. But Spellman, he didn't go to the playoffs. I don't believe so with the Golden State Warriors yet, because he joined the Warriors team that wasn't great last year. That won, I believe, that team won 15 or 16 games. Emmanuel Quickly hasn't won anything. Dennis Smith Jr., Kevin Knox. Like, there's no... Michael Kidd-Gilchrist was a part of that Hornets team that lost in the first round. But, like, what are you losing here? To play the young guys, I would do the Hawks approach. See what you get with the young guys. Throw them in the fire. I'm not saying don't hold them accountable. A great example was when we were going on a run and Dennis Smith Jr. shoots a Curry 3 and Tom Thibodeau's, you know what? He's like, you know what? We're taking you out of the game and putting Emmanuel Quickly in. And he wasn't efficient at Emmanuel Quickly, but he did a good job facilitating. He is a point guard, but they played him off the ball at Kentucky. If you didn't know, Tyrese Maxey, he is a shooting guard, but they played him as a point guard, but now they're playing him as a point guard in Philly. Because, like, I think they're very versatile players that can handle the ball and also attack the basket and do a lot of things in their game. But for sure, Emmanuel quickly gets after on the defense of the basketball. He facilitates, made some good passes. He was decisive, which I love to see. I didn't see a lot of decisiveness on his tape when it came to passing the basketball, but he's cocky. Like, he has this confidence to him. He was trash talking. He could shoot the ball, and we need to bring that element. And Obi Toppin won't be successful if we don't have guys that could pass around the basketball. And Knox had an underrated game. He's a big reason we won this game. He hit a big three down the stretch. He was efficient, 5 for 8, 3 of 5 from downtown, 3 of 4 from the charity stripe, a plus-minus a +8, 16 points. But he hit big threes. He got big rebounds. He did a good job boxing out. I was really pleasantly surprised by Kevin Knox in this basketball game. He played some fundamentally sound defense. He did have his stupid fouls there and there, but he did look better defensively compared to his rookie year and his second year, sophomore year, or whatever. Obi Toppin just got to get him more involved. He could have been more aggressive there and there, but you got to draw up better plays. But when this man dunks, it looks like he's floating in the air. Obi-Wan Kenobi. I love how he's the number one, and his name's Obi. It's amazing. But he had 8 points, a plus-minus, a +16, 7 rebounds, and he doesn't slow down the game. That's what I love about Obi Toppin. He makes the right plays. He had a beautiful pass to RJ. RJ fumbled the ball, though. Not out of bounds, luckily, of course. But he reads the floor very well. He looked way more disciplined on defense as well. I thought this was a big game by Obi. You can't look at the points. If you saw what he did on the floor, I thought he did a solid job on both ends of the floor. Finished with 8.7 rebounds, but he got to get more shots than 6 shot attempts in 31 minutes. But the point guards got to do better. And Alfred Payne and Dennis Smith Jr. did not do a great job tonight. Dennis Smith Jr., I'm done with him. He can't shoot the ball. He's been better defensively, but he couldn't have been worse than last year. And we're giving him an opportunity, being one of the first people off the bench. He just looked horrendous. Amari Spellman got some action. Didn't play much, only 5 minutes though. But yeah, Knox played well. RJ's not afraid of the big moment. Another efficient game by RJ Barrett. You gotta love it. In 33 minutes, 6 of 12. 3 of 3 from the charity stripe, 100%, made a three-pointer, 6 rebounds, 16 points. Just the efficiency is just, I'm so pleased with when it comes to RJ Barrett. But Randall, he had a good game, in my opinion. It's just like his brand of basketball does not fit. I would love to see him go to a playoff team, come off the bench, play him on the block, that type of thing. I don't think it's coaching, though. Like, Randall legitimately brings up the ball, but he's not in the greatest position to be like a number one option. But yeah, Bullock, I think he's entering like a front rim contest. He looks like he's just trying to hit the front rim every time. Mitchell Robinson needs to consistently be more disciplined on defense, but I thought he had a solid game. But yeah, the game ball goes to Quickly, and Knox. Quickly brings that threat of shooting. He was good at facilitating, made some good basketball passes, and I just love the aggressiveness out of Emmanuel Quickly. And again, start the young guys, give them that experience, do what the Hawks did. They played the young guys, gave them experience, and ended up getting the veterans in free agency that have actually experienced winning in their NBA career. But let me know down below your thoughts and analysis. And as always, guys, have a humble dare night. Peace out, y'all.